Tyla's message to Nigerians after her Grammy win. Let me tell you something. When a girl from Johannesburg steps onto that Grammy stage and shakes the entire world, you better believe Africa felt every single second of it. Welcome back to Celeb Clope, where Nigerian entertainment meets real talk, no filter, no mercy. Now listen. Tyla, 22 years old, South African. And she just did what most artists spend their entire careers praying for. She walked into the Grammys, that building, that stage, that room full of the biggest names in the world, and she didn't just attend. She conquered. She took home the first ever Best African Music Performance Grammy, and baby, she did it with Amapiano. With our sound. With a rhythm that was born right here on this continent. But here's what's really getting people talking. It's not just the win. It's what she said after. Because Tyla didn't stand there and just cry and thank her manager and say the usual rehearsed speech. No. This girl looked into that microphone and said something that cut straight to the bone. She said, "I'm so grateful. This is insane. It just shows me how far we can take it. Being from where I'm from, we really have a chance, and that's just amazing." Read that again slowly. We really have a chance. Not I. Not me. We. Now tell me, when was the last time you heard a Grammy winner speak like that? Like they're carrying the whole continent on their back, and they're not even breaking a sweat? That right there is the difference between someone who just wants fame and someone who understands the weight of the crown they're wearing. And she wasn't done. Not even close. She went deeper. She said, "When I was young, I wanted to see my girls getting Grammys and everything, and we've got that, but we need more. I'm excited to see the rest of our African superstars who are killing it right now be there as well. We are coming. We are coming." Now if you're Nigerian, and if you're watching Celeb Clope, there's a very high chance you need to understand what this moment means specifically for you, for your artists, for this industry that we breathe and bleed every single day. Because Tyla name-dropping African superstars in that Grammy speech? She was talking about Lagos. She was talking about Afrobeats. She was talking about Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, Asake, Rema, every single artist that has been fighting for years to make the world bow to the sound that Nigeria built. See, this is bigger than one trophy. This is a declaration. A continent-wide statement that we are no longer knocking on doors, we are kicking them down. And the Nigerian entertainment industry needs to receive this energy differently. Because sometimes, honestly, we get too comfortable celebrating our own within our own walls. We stream our artists, we hype our culture, we argue on Twitter at 2 a.m. about who the Odogwu of Afrobeats is. And don't get me wrong, all of that is valid, all of that is necessary. But Tyla just reminded us that the real battlefield is global. That Grammy stage is the real test, and Africa just passed it. Now some people are going to say, "But Tyla is South African, what does this have to do with Nigeria?" And to those people, with all due respect, zoom out. The award category she won was African Music Performance. Not South African. Not Amapiano specific. African. That umbrella covers every Afrobeats banger that ever blessed your eardrums. It covers every Nigerian artist that ever performed at Coachella, sold out the O2 Arena, or made a song that had Americans shaking their waists in confusion but enjoying every second of it. When Tyla wins, Lagos wins. When Amapiano gets its Grammy moment, Afrobeats is right behind it in line. This is not competition. This is a relay race, and someone just handed us the baton. She closed her acknowledgement with something that should be hanging on the wall of every studio in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, everywhere. She said, "This is for every African child dreaming big. Amapiano and our sound are taking over the world. Our sound. Singular. Collective. United." And that is the message that should rattle through the Nigerian entertainment industry right now like a thunderclap. Because if a girl from South Africa with Amapiano can make the entire world stop and listen, imagine what happens when Afrobeats fully unleashes its next chapter. Imagine what happens when the next Nigerian artist doesn't just get Grammy nominated but goes home with that gilded gramophone in hand. It's coming. You feel it. The world feels it. Tyla's win is a mirror held up to every African artist still doubting themselves, still wondering if the global stage was built for them. She answered that question. Loudly. Unambiguously. With Amapiano playing in the background and an entire continent screaming behind her. This is the era of African dominance, and Nigeria is right at the center of it. That's all for today on Celeb Clope. If you're not subscribed yet, what exactly are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now, because we are just getting started, and you cannot afford to miss what's coming next. Every week, we bring you the stories, the heat, and the truth straight from the heart of Nigerian entertainment. Stay locked in. Stay ready. Celeb Clope. We don't just watch the industry, we live it.